Have you ever been seen about the suicide in your dreams? If then there might some special reason behind this dream. In this video we will discuss about some spiritual meaning of the dream of suicide. Let's start now. The concept of suicide does not leave anyone indifferent and causes difficult emotions in everyone. It is especially challenging if we know the person who committed suicide. Since suicide is usually committed out of desperation, it is not hard to see the state of mental health of the person who committed it. When it seems to someone that there is no way out of the situation they are in, that the mistakes they have made are too great, and that the burden of life is enormous, they decide to take this step without being aware that there is always a solution. Let's look about the number 1. You do not think you have achieved enough. With the boom of social media in the last 10 years or so, it has become almost impossible not to see what other people are doing in their lives on a daily basis. And we're not just talking about your friends or acquaintances. You can know what a person is doing at almost every moment of their life, even if you have no idea who they are and they live thousands of miles away. Number 2. Hard times are ahead of you. Dreams tell us not only about our present and past but also about our future. People often rely on their intuition, which, from time to time, manifests itself in their dreams. It is especially true if you have some premonitions for a long time, as they will inevitably visit you in your dreams. If you commit suicide in a dream, it is a sign that your intuition is warning you that a difficult period in which misfortunes will befall you will follow. During this period, you probably won't be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel, which will make you moody and unhappy. Not seeing a way out often leads to self-destruct, which can be seen clearly in this dream. Number 3. You need to make a hard decision. Are you at a point in your life where you need to make a big and hard decision, but you just cannot seem to go through with it? No matter how long you think about it, you do not dare to take the last step. You tell yourself it is a huge decision and use this as an excuse to postpone the inevitable, even though you know that sooner or later, you will have to pull the trigger. But despite this, something is holding you back and is doing so in such a way that it seems you would rather kill yourself than deal with this. Number 4. An aspect of your life needs to change. Many interpretations of dreams which involve committing suicide are negative and terrible. But not all of them are like that, because this dream can also suggest that you need to say goodbye to some aspect of yourself and not your entire life. If you were to succeed in changing that aspect, you would begin your personal transformation, which would lead to entering a new phase in your life and, in a way, to your rebirth. Number 5. You are worried about someone. Of course, all our dreams have to do something to do with us, but we are not always the stars in them. Sometimes that happens to be another person, so you should not be surprised if you dream about a suicide or suicide attempt by someone else. It can be a family member, lover, colleague, or someone else close to you. This dream may mean that you, as a dreamer, are very worried about the person you saw during sleep. Number 6. Negative emotions are trying to push you over the edge. To dream of suicide can mean that you are oppressed by heavy, gloomy, and negative emotions in your waking life. Feelings of guilt, remorse, and depression will suck the life energy even from the happiest person in the world. If you can't successfully fight this negativity, suicide will seem like the only or the best solution, and that's what your subconscious mind is trying to suggest with dreams like this one. Number 7. You need human communication. The feeling of loneliness in modern times is familiar to most people. We all have so many obligations that it seems we cannot manage to do everything we want and should do, which leads to us having to choose between certain actions. Very often, things or activities we decide are not our priority is contact and communication with people, even if they are close to us. Number 8. You are resentful of the people around you. The last interpretation of the suicide dream is that you are resentful and angry at the people around you because of their misunderstanding of your personality. But this resentment and anger reach such a height that you start to think something is really wrong with you. You start feeling that your personality or some of your characteristics need to change, and this need for change appears in your dreams in the form of suicide. You simply want that part to disappear so that people start treating you normally and see that you are a regular person. Conclusion. To conclude, dreaming about suicide is quite a hard thing to experience. But someone has to do it. and that someone better know the interpretations of this dream. It can mean that negative emotions are overflowing you. You feel resentment towards people around you, or you have not achieved enough. This dream might also be a sign that hard times are ahead of you or that you need a human touch or change yourself. Lastly, it can result from worrying about someone or having trouble making a hard decision.